Legends of the Nexus, Aetheria, Red Geyser Trail. Mira Windcaller, a prodigy shaman of the continent, has traveled far across the lands to the inhospitable north. Her travels have led her to the Golden Dragon Inn. After a night of drinks with the High Goblin, owner of the inn, Mira begins her trial. The northern mountain range, known as the Crystal Peaks, is known for the high level of the entities that populate it, particularly the hostile dragonkin. But where there is danger, there is also opportunity. Powerful elemental beings that can be found nowhere else on the continent can be found in these mountains. It is for the sake of these spirits that Mira places herself in danger's path. The departure from the Golden Dragon Inn is free of fanfare. A simple wish of good luck and safety passes the receptionist's lips as Mira leaves. And now, the young shaman is on her own. The Red Geyser Trail is perhaps the safest path into the Crystal Peaks. Many hunters and prospectors have mapped out the route over many years. But the wild beasts are ever diligent in reclaiming the territory for themselves. Mira spends her day hiking into the pristine land, her pack a burden carried by another. As an elemental shaman, Mira has made contracts with many elemental spirits to fulfill a wide range of roles that she needs performed. At her side, a diminutive earth elemental dutifully carries her belongings. The intersection of the material realm and the elemental plane is not bound by the logic of location, and so long as she can cast the summon spell, and Mira can conjure up any of her contracted spirits at any time. Over the years of her training, she has bonded with low and mid-tier elementals, the majority of which are useless in battle, but the utility of such beings as the rock creature cannot be denied. As the pair continues their journey, the day fades into night and Mira has yet to encounter any danger. Perhaps the rumors were wrong. Maybe the Crystal Peaks aren't so bad. Mira chuckles at her pointless optimism. Finding herself at a previously used campsite, the woman calls an end to her day's travels and unburdens her assistant of the belongings. Rather than starting a campfire, Mira summons a little flame elemental to dance in the fire pit. This is hardly the first night in her journey that she's had to sleep under the stars. If anything, she prefers it to living indoors and out of the elements. The food she's brought is dehydrated and in need of water. Again, she summons a small elemental to meet her needs. "Thank you, little ones," she says familiarly as she busies herself with preparing a meal. The elementals don't eat physical food and rarely tire. So long as Mira provides them with mana, they'll remain by her side. The entities are truly low-maintenance companions. As her meal finishes cooking, a subtle tremor flows through the ground beneath her. It's readily forgotten until the tremor repeats itself with greater force. Mira swallows dryly as she realizes that she's not alone, or at least won't be alone for long. The ground thumps with increasing frequency, and the young shaman conjures a summoning circle in the dirt. Her hands are steady despite her rising fear, just as a giant gray-skinned creature with an ugly face and calloused skin breaks the woodline. Mira's spell completes. From her summoning circle, a rock elemental of about 8 feet in height and significant girth steps forth with ground-shaking steps. Even at its 8 feet, the elemental is diminutive before the ugly gray troll. Despite the difference in size, Mira doesn't panic. Tumbler, the elemental, is her strongest defensive ally. The rock elemental is pure stone and can take a significant beating. The troll puzzles for a moment before roaring its indignation at the pile of rocks. A meaty hand punches out to ineffectually hammer the elemental. Mira circles to the other side of the troll while it's distracted. Her hands move in rhythmic patterns, and a lance of molten lava manifests in the air before her. The heat radiates from the lance, but the shaman feels nothing more than mild warmth in its presence. Seeing her spell complete, Mira sends it flying into the back of the troll as it is distracted by her guardian. The searing heat of molten stone pierces the troll, eliciting a scream of anguish. The ugly monster's eyes well up with fat tears, and the creature blubbers as it tries to pull the melting rock from the new hole in its back. Mira feels a twinge of guilt, seeing the monster so aggrieved, and refrains from continuing her attack. Wailing, the troll runs with lumbering strides back the way it had come. For a moment, Mira watches the hole in the woodline with a complicated expression. Was she the bad guy? A wry smile comes over her face. The monster had come to eat her. She shouldn't feel bad about defending herself. And besides, trolls have high regeneration rates. In a week, the monster will be back to terrorizing the hunters and prospectors. Still, a complicated sentiment stuck with her as she returned to her dinner. Tumbler would remain as her guard through the night, and she decided would be present every time she slept in these dangerous mountains. After a bit of a scare, Mira Windcaller's first day in the Crystal Peaks has come to an end.